Dear students, a warm welcome to this Human Resource Management and Development class. In the previous class, we had discussed about what is human resource development and also what is performance appraisal. We have looked into the meaning of that, definitions, those aspects we had looked into in the last class. And also I gave you some of the purposes of performance appraisal. I think there were 4 to 5 points which were there. Rest of the points we would be starting in this class. We would be discussing in this class. Hope you have read the last class notes so that you will be prepared for this class. The first point in this class is to determine promotion of employees. What is the purpose of performance appraisal? Performance appraisal will help you to promote the employees to the higher post. Okay, it is like climbing the ladder. You climb the ladder step by step. Like that is the promotion. See, when you evaluate an employee, you will find out whether the promotion should be given to that particular employee or not. If the employee has done well, then you have to give the promotion or increment. If the employee has not done well, then you need not give the promotion. You can withhold the promotion. That can be done in the first scenario. The second point is to take corrective actions. See, when we evaluate one person or one employee, you will find out what areas that employee has to improve. Which area that employee has to improve so that that employee can contribute well for the betterment of the industry or the organization. That's why this performance appraisal will help. Then the third point is decide retention and termination of employees. See, these are two different terms, that is retention and termination. Retention is mainly you do not allow the employees to go out from your company to other company. You retain them. You do not allow them to resign, but you retain them. What is termination? See, you will look into all the aspects in the performance appraisal when you evaluate them. On that basis, if the employee is not doing well, then you terminate that employee. Okay, continuously you are given the warnings, but if that person has not listened to it, then you terminate that employee from the organization. Okay, that's why one of the purposes of performance appraisal is to decide retention and termination of employees. Then the next point is to evaluate effectiveness of HRM functions. If at all you remember in the second unit, that is unit 2, functions of human resource management, we have seen some of the functions of human resource management. What are those? If you revise, you will come to know that is recruitment, selection, promotion, transfer. Okay, those are some of the functions of human resource management. What performance appraisal will do, just to evaluate those functions, whether those functions are happening correctly or not. If the recruitment does not go well, what else you can do? If the person who you are recruiting is not performing well, what else you can do? What other strategies you can follow so that the recruitment will be happening correctly? Those aspects you can take into consideration over here. Then the next point is to decide salary and rewards. Okay, I mentioned about this in the previous class. See, if at all increment has to be given to you, it will be decided on this, that is the performance appraisal. If you reach the target, if you reach the goal, the increment will be given to you. There will be rewards to you. Okay, Then the next point is to reduce grievances. See, ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಗ್ರಿವೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕುಂದುಕೊರತೆಗಳು. ಏನಾದರೂ ನಿಮಗೆ ಕಷ್ಟ ಇದ್ರೆ, ನಿಮಗೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆದ್ರೆ, you just say to the authorities or the HRs. What performance appraisal will do? It will reduce the grievances. ತುಂಬಾ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. Okay, that is reducing the grievances. These are some of the purposes of performance appraisal. Let's look into the other purposes in the next slide. The next purpose of performance appraisal is keeping communication lines open. What is the meaning of keeping communication lines open? Communication lines means, it doesn't mean over the phone. It means that you can talk. An employee can explain why has he not done this, why has he not done this. Okay, you can explain that, he can tell you, or you also can ask him. That is keeping communication lines open. You can clear the doubts. The next one, motivate superior performance. Superior performance means a better performance. Okay, so that the company benefits, the organization benefits. That is the superior performance. The next one is improve decision making ability. Decision making ability is for the employees and also for the employer. Since we are taking the feedback or doing the performance appraisal for the employees, this will improve the decision making ability of the employees. Employees iddu decision making ability improve agutte, whether to do this or not. Those are the decisions. Each moment of your life, each second of your life, each millisecond of your life, you have to decide something. Okay, on that basis this performance appraisal will help. Okay, here I conclude the topic of purposes of performance appraisal. Next, we would be studying about methods of performance appraisal. I think there are traditional and modern methods. Let's see one by one what are the traditional methods and also the modern methods. Dear students, the first traditional method is ranking method. You might be very familiar with this ranking method. Why? Because you get your marks and you get your rank, whether you're first, second, third, fourth. That is the ranking method. It is mentioned over there. It is the oldest and simplest formal systematic method of performance appraisal, in which employee is compared with all others for the purpose of placing order of worth. One employee is compared with many, one with many, so that you can rank them. Rank, this employee comes first, next the second one, second employee, third employee, fourth employee. Like that you can rank them. The employees are ranked from the highest to the lowest, or from the best to the worst. Best, who is the best, then the second best, like that. Okay, it is about ranking method. That's the first traditional method. The second method, that is the traditional method, is paired comparison. So you will get the meaning of this paired comparison when you hear the word itself. Pair means a two or more. Usually it is two. Pair comparison, you compare with the pair. In this you have to remember, ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಲಿಪ್ಸ್ ಹಾಕ್ತಾರೆ. ತುಂಬಾ bunch of slips ಅಂದ್ರೆ ತುಂಬಾ slips ಇರುತ್ತೆ. There will be many slips. Your names will be there on that slip. The person who is rating, ಯಾರು ನಿಮಗೆ ರೇಟ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರಲ್ವಾ, ರೇಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಟಿಕ್ ರೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಅವರು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹೆಸರಿನ ಮುಂದೆ ಟಿಕ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಹಾಕ್ತಾರೆ. That means you are better than the other person. ಓಕೆ, ನೀವು ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ರಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಬೆಟರ್ ಅಂತ ಟಿಕ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಹಾಕ್ತಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಟಿಕ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಯು ಆರ್ ದ you will get the better position. Okay, in that paired comparison. ಸ್ಲಿಪ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ತುಂಬಾ ಸ್ಲಿಪ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹೆಸರು ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಹೆಸರಿನ ಮುಂದೆ ಯಾರು ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅವರು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಟಿಕ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಹಾಕ್ತಾರೆ. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಟಿಕ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ರೆ you will get the final ranking. Okay, that is the second one, that is paired comparison. The third method is grading method. See, if you read the explanation over here in this slide, you will understand there can be three or more categories that says outstanding, satisfactory and unsatisfactory. On this basis your grade will be decided. Okay, on this basis your grade will be decided whether you are outstanding, that means very good, satisfactory, okay, unsatisfactory, not okay. Okay, on this basis your grade can be given to you. That's about grading method. The next method is forced choice method. This method is developed by, the name is over there, J.P. Guilford. What does this method mean? It contains a series of groups of statements. Okay, forced choice method alli tumba statements irutte. Statements, for example, what is the meaning of statements? I'll say Prashant is a hard worker. It's a statement. Prashant is a hard worker. That is a positive statement. You can say Prashant is a lazy person. That is a negative statement. This is just an example for you. It's a hard worker, it's a positive, lazy person is a negative. ಹಾಗೇನೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಲಿಪ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅಲ್ಲದೆ ಪೇಪರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಟಿಕ್, ಐದರ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಟಿಕ್ ದ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಒನ್ ಆರ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಟಿಕ್ ದ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಒನ್. ಯಾರು ಟಿಕ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? ನೀವು ಟಿಕ್ ಮಾಡುವುದಲ್ಲ, ದ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಹೂ ಇಸ್ ರೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಯು. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹೆಸರು ಅದರ ಮೇಲೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಆ ಸ್ಲಿಪ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆ ರೇಟರ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗ್ರೇಡ್ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಫ್ ಯು ಗೆಟ್ ಅ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ದೆನ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗ್ರೇಡ್ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಬರಲ್ಲ. ದಟ್ಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ಡ್ ಚಾಯ್ಸ್ ಮೆಥಡ್. ಈ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಬೇರೆ ಚಾಯ್ಸ್ ಇರಲ್ಲ. ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಸೇ ಐದರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಆರ್ ದಟ್. You cannot go for the other one. Okay. The next method is checklist method. What is the meaning of checklist method? ನೀವು ಕೇಳಿರಬಹುದು, ಚೆಕ್ ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ, ಚೆಕ್ ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕು, ನಾವು ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ್ದಾರ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಒನ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ. ಬಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ in the HR field, in this method, okay, ಈ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ a series of statements. I told you in the previous method, the statements are there. This person is a hard worker, this person is a lazy person. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಆ statement ಇರುತ್ತೆ. What you have to do, you have to say either yes or no. Okay, ನಿಮಗೆ questions ಇರುತ್ತೆ plus answers ಕೂಡ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Questions, then the answers. Answer is yes or no. He is a lazy person. Yes. Answer no adre okay, no. Like that you have to rate that person. This is seeing the checklist. Okay, checklist is the questions. So many questions are there. Even the answers are there for those questions, that is yes or no. You have to tick it whether yes or no. On that basis this method works. That is a checklist method. I hope you have understood this method. These methods are easier ones, but nowadays, since we have said these methods are traditional method, these methods are not much in use. Some companies may use, some companies may not use. Nowadays people are using the modern methods. The next method is critical incidents method. Okay, here you have to remember the incidents. Okay, what is the meaning of incidents? Incidents ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಘಟನೆ. ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಘಟನೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕಂಪನಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ನೀವು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ, ಅದು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಬಗ್ಗೆ, ಬೇರೆಯವರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಅಲ್ಲ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಘಟನೆ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಲೈಫಿನ ಘಟನೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ವರ್ಕ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಮೇನ್. ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್, ಬಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಇಸ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. A list of noteworthy, that is good or bad. Okay, can be good, that you have worked very hard, that's a good one. Bad, you have caused some damage, that is bad. The behavior, okay, you might have been good to others or not good to others. Behavior of specific incidents is prepared. ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಘಟನೆ ಆಗಿರಲಿ, ಆ ಒಂದು ವರ್ಷದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದಾಗಿದೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಡೌನ್. ಓಕೆ, ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಡೌನ್ ದ ಗುಡ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್, ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಡೌನ್ ದ ಬ್ಯಾಡ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್. ಮತ್ತೆ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ? ಫಸ್ಟ್ ದೇ ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಡೌನ್, ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ? ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪರ್ಟ್ಸ್. ಹಿಯರ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೇ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್, ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೇ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ HR ಟೀಮ್. ಅವ್ರೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ? ಈ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ವೇಟೇಜ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಅವ್ರ ಸ್ಕೋರ್. ಈಗ ನೀವು ಗುಡ್ ಹಾರ್ಡ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ, ಓಕೆ 10 marks. ಇಲ್ಲ, ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ನಾಟ್ ವರ್ಕ್ಡ್ ಹಾರ್ಡ್, -10. ಓಕೆ, ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಗಿವ್ ದ ರೇಟಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಅಸೈನ್ ದ ವೇಟೇಜ್. Then at last they will prepare a checklist. On that checklist they will see how many good things are there, how many bad things are there. Then an opinion is constructed. On that basis you are evaluated. Okay, easier one, this method is critical incident method. First one is there are some incidents happening in the industry. Okay, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಒಂದು ಇನ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. It can be good or bad. It can be good or bad. What do? They prepare a checklist. That is, they will see how many good things are there, how many bad things are there. On that basis they will give you the weightage. For good things, this good thing is 10 marks, like that, or -10. That weightage they will give you. After giving the weightage, they will see, they will calculate all the marks of the good, then they will calculate of the bad, which is more heavier, which gains some more weightage. On that basis they will evaluate you. Okay, that's about critical incidents method. This is also one of the traditional method of performance appraisal. The next traditional method of performance appraisal is essay method. You will be you are very familiar with this essay. Okay, because since you've been writing essays during the exam time, then internal exam time, every time you write the essay questions and essay answers. In that sense you will be very familiar with this essay method. In the essay method, your strengths are mentioned, your weaknesses are mentioned, your past performance is mentioned, potential and suggestions for improvement. These are all the things are mentioned in essay method. Like that you will have a brief write up about you. Okay, on that basis you are evaluated. This is the easiest method, that is essay method. The next method is confidential report. Confidential report is given by which others will not come to know. Okay, confidence means only you will come to know what you have given. See, if you are the employee, you are being evaluated right now. Confidential report in your case means that an immediate supervisor or your HR manager will give you this confidential report, will say what are the strengths of yours, what are the weaknesses of yours, intelligence, attitude, character, attendance, discipline, and there are very many things that will come into this confidential report. On this basis this report is prepared. Okay, this report is used even right now. The companies, industries, organization, institutions, okay, use this report so that they get an idea what this employee is, what the other employee is, and what the manager thinks about this employee. In that sense, this would be easier for to evaluate you, okay, because the immediate supervisor will know you better because he works with you or you work with him. Okay, that's about a confidential report. With this, I would conclude my today's class, and we have finished the traditional methods of performance appraisal. Okay, until we meet for the next class, take care of yourself. Bye bye.